Hi ghesties and siblings. In this video I will show you how I made my Skeletal era version of Nyx. Sunday 29th, June 2025. I started on making the collar for the outfit. I needed to take off all the existing buttons. I am replacing them with push buttons. They will make it a lot easier to put the collar piece on. I sewed them on. And to do the rest of them. Then to do the other side by popping them in their right one and sewing the right button. The new buttons added on. Thursday 3rd, July 2025. To make a stiffer collar, I used bendable wire. Bend the ends so they aren't sharp and go through the fabric when not wanted. I also added glue to it so it's more secure. Then make a small hole to put the wire through so it's on the inside of the collar. Doing the same thing with the other side of the wire. Once the wire was in, I started sewing it in place so it didn't move around much and not be where it shouldn't. Next, I started to deconstruct the bow. The ghouls have to parts to their bows, so I did the pointy part that is on top of the normal layer. I mapped it out with pencil and using pins to keep it in place. I then started to hand sew it. Time to turn it from the wrong side to the right side. Friday, 4th, July 2025. I'm going to use my hair straighteners to flatten the bow part done last. Now I'm going to silver chrome it with fabric vinyl. Make the pattern and cut it out. Attach it with heat. I will still use my hair straighteners. Do the same with the other layer of the bow. Then sew them all together. Next to chrome the small loop that was taken off earlier that will hide the thread. Sew it back on. Saturday, 5th, July 2025. Use a gray thread to sew through the fabric loop. This will be for the jewel that goes on it. Time to shape the collar. Decided to make it shorter, so I sewed it down more. It also makes it more structured and stable. I decided to sew more on the collar to keep the wire in place. Everything will be covered up anyway. Sunday, 6th, July 2025. Make and cut out the patterns for the collar. Monday, 7th, July 2025. Time to add them onto the collar. Reminder: I had a plastic protective layer on my chrome vinyl, Take that off for it to be a bit more comfortable. Now to sew on the bow. I feel like it's a bit big, but using a normal collar might have been smaller. Choose which you want, as everyone does it differently. This is just how I've done it. Friday 11th, July 2025. Started doing the pattern for the wings, as I'm having Nyx with the wings instead of the sleeveless jacket. Cut it out. Saturday 12th, July 2025. Lay the black fabric out that will be used for the wings and trace around the pattern with tailor's chalk. Put pins to keep the fabric from shifting when cutting it out. Separate the layers into the two different wings. Add on the seam allowance the same as before with the pattern and tailor's chalk, and add pins. Sew the wings. Cut off the excess fabric. Sew the top, but leave a small opening for turning it the right way. Turn them the right way and flatten them down. Time to sew up that small opening. Make the marking with tailor's chalk and sew on those marks. This is why I did this. Sunday 13th, July 2025. What it looks like after sewing. Do the same with the other wing. The top half of the bodysuit is a little big for me, so I'm tailoring down. It's a bit loose with the corset I will be wearing under this. Using tailor's chalk, I will mark out where I want it to be taken in. Use pins to keep it in place and check the fit, then can sew it. Just checking it to see if it needs any more adjustments. Cut slits into the armpit area for more movement. Now it's time to sew on the wings. Thursday 17th, July 2025. Finally got the right sized mask. This one has holes so I can fit elastic through them so I can wear it. I used a needle and thread to pull them through, checking the elastic fit before sewing them to be in place. This is optional, but I wear Nyx with a tail at cons. Start with measuring the length and making it on the fabric. Put the fabric in half so only one side is being drawn on, and the other side will be the same. Put pins in. Cut it out. I am using 2 layers of fabric, so I unfolded it. Then sewed the 2 layers together. Folded it in half again, then pinned to sew it up. Turn it to the right side. Draw out the tail end with tailor's chalk and sew it, leaving a small hole to turn it, and somewhere to stick the tail in. Turn it to the right side. Now start on the wire base so it is stable and stuff it. Make the base wire thicker to be stable by adding more wire onto it. Add on the main bit of the tail. Sew it and the end bit together. Friday 18th, July 2025. Shape the top bit of the wire and sew it in. Make the base bit and a loop out of the same fabric. Use the clips from the bow. Make a belt from the fabric and add on the clips. Saturday 19th, July 2025. Starting on the habit. Measure and draw out how much cardboard needed. Cut out and make the front bit by slightly scoring them with a craft knife. Attach the front and back parts with sellotape. Use wire to shape it. Tape it on. Make and tape a top part of it. Secure it with glue. Sunday 20th, July 2025. Once glue is dry, put double tape onto it. Start to stick the silk fabric on. Checking the fit. Onto the draped part. Put it on and mark it out with the front of the habit base. Mark where you want it to end also. You can half this as well to get both sides even. Remember to unhalf it when sewing it. Sew it and leave a hole to flip it to the right side again. Cut off the excess. Flip to the right side and iron it down to flatten. Sew up the hole. I used double-sided tape to attach both bits together, then sewed it in the front and bits of side. To make it more secure, check with the mask. As I have a tail with Nyx, I need to make a hole for it to sit through to hide the belt. Measured, cut, then sewed the seams. I will be painting on some things for Nyx, as all ghouls for this era have differences to their masks. Monday 21st, July 2025. They have bits on their sleeves. Starting with the bit on the thumb, make a tube and sew it, then flatten it out with iron or hair straighteners like me. Place them where wanted. Pin and sew them onto the sleeve. Get some thin elastic for the other bit. Measure out. Place and sew on. Tuesday 22nd. July 2025. Started to paint the wings with silver paint. Wednesday 23rd, July 2025. Continue painting. Thursday 24th, July 2025. More painting. This is so I don't use up the jewels that are for the bodysuit. Starting the shoes. With references, I drew out the pattern with the white pencil that comes with the jewels. Started painting the shoes. Friday 25th, July 2025. Done the first coat paint for the shoes. I'll be jeweling the mask also with red jewels. Second coat of paint for the shoes. They don't have to be solid white. Sunday 27th, July 2025. Starting with jeweling the bodysuit. Mark out where you want them to go with a pencil. Monday 28th, July 2025. Sprayed a protective spray on the shoes so the paint has a better chance at staying, even though it is leather paint. Continuing with the jeweling. Tuesday 29th, July 2025. Another day of jeweling. Wednesday 30th, July 2025. The final day of jeweling. Took a break from it to sew the front loops on my shoes down. Back onto it to finish it. All done. Thursday 14th, August 2025. Decided to redo the collar piece. Basically the same process as before. Friday 15th, August 2025. The day of trying it on. I'm happy with the way she turned out. See you ghesties soon.